Spirit has been encouraging me to connect with the energy of the crow. And so, as I've been pulling that energy in, as I've been connecting with that energy, what I have been shown is that the crow is the watcher. And so, I've asked the crow, what are you seeing? What is it that you're watching right now? So right now, the crow is showing me that many people are currently misinterpreting the destruction and devastation that's present in their lives, which is why it appears as if the destruction and devastation isn't being cleared out. The crow has also been watching you wrestle with the pain. The crow has been watching you claim the pain as if it's something for you to own. And the crow has been watching you carry the pain around as if it's luggage that has to be checked in with you everywhere that you go. It's important to note here that the reason why it's being stated that it appears to you as if the destruction and devastation isn't being cleared out is because you're looking at it from a very short-sighted point of view. Okay, and so when we think about the crow or any other bird, we know that they have the ability to fly. They have the ability to be able to see things from a higher perspective. And so that's the message here. The message is that in order for you to connect with the solutions that are available to you to help you clear out the destruction and devastation that is currently present in your life, you need to start seeing things from a higher perspective, right? You need to let go of the habit or the tendency to look at things through a very short-sighted perspective, right? It's like your vision is nearsighted, and so all you can see is what is right in front of you. But in order for you to move through, or in order for you to clear out the destruction and devastation, you need to be able to see from a higher perspective. You need to be able to see what is in the distance. In order for you to see what's in the distance, in order for you to see from a higher perspective, it's important for you to realize that you're not just the one that the crow is speaking about, but you are the crow itself. You are the watcher. You are the observer. You are the one that is seeing from a different or higher perspective. There's a part of you that understands and knows that this is true, because lately you've been noticing or observing that how you are telling yourself that you feel, or how you've been interpreting the destruction and devastation that's present in your life, you've been seeing, you've been noticing, you've been observing that it doesn't really feel like home. That you've been feeling these things, but they don't necessarily, these feelings, these interpretations, these perspectives that you've been looking through, there's been a disconnect. But because you are so comfortable and so familiar with going down the more destructive path, or because you're so familiar with or comfortable with interpreting things through the lens of devastation, through the lens of heartache, through the lens of frustration, through the lens of anger, because you're familiar with processing everything through that lens, you haven't quite given yourself permission yet to see it differently. And maybe that's not even how I want to put it, but you haven't quite given yourself permission yet to surrender, to break away from. You haven't given yourself permission yet to surrender to yourself as the observer. You haven't given yourself permission to surrender to yourself as the watcher, as the witness, as the crow. But this is the moment on the timeline where you finally begin to break away from needing to over-identify with the aspect of yourself that is moving through or experiencing the destruction and devastation, right? This is the moment on the timeline where you finally decided to start seeing things from a higher perspective, number one. And then this is the moment on the timeline where you finally decided to surrender to the essence of who you are, right? which is your God self, right? You finally surrendered to the inner knowing that you've kind of wrestled with accepting, right? You finally surrendered to your inner knowing, which says that you are the very breath and life of God. And because you are the very breath and life of God, there is no being controlled by the destruction and devastation. There's only watching it. There's only moving through it. There's only receiving the wisdom and knowledge and insight and lessons that come as a result of you being present with it and moving through it. For a while now, the crow has been watching you choose the resistance over the freedom. And the message is that you've been choosing resistance over the freedom because you are afraid to lose who you are, because you're afraid to lose who it is that you've always identified yourself as. But the reality is that once you let go of the resistance and you make the choice to choose freedom, the freedom that is present within you, the freedom that has always been available to you, once you make that choice, what you'll find is that you are going to lose who you have always been, but you are going to come back home to the truth of who you are. And again, the truth is that you are not just the one who is moving through these experiences with the destruction and devastation. The truth is that you are the one who is watching. You are the one who is observing. You are the one who is witnessing. And so this is the moment on the timeline where you finally allowed yourself to say, I no longer want to be controlled by the experiences. I simply want to learn from them. I simply want to receive the wisdom that is flowing into my life, that is flowing from within me, right? As the one who orchestrated these experiences on my behalf so that I could begin to live my life in a way that is truly authentic to the will of my heart and soul, so that I can begin to live my life in a way that reflects that I understand that this experience that I'm having, that this experience that I'm moving through from this perspective, meaning from this physical, materialistic perspective, this experience will come to an end. And when it does, I will continue to exist. I will continue to be the watcher, the witness, the observer. I love you.